So Namaskaram all. Let's start with the today's session on presumptive scheme, which was launched for service provider. Now you all are already aware of that for trader, manufacturer, and for restaurant service provider, we are having section 10, subsection 1 or section 10 composition levy. But there was no concession or no what you say, easy law or alternative law available for small beauty parlors or saloon or mechanic or small repairman, kind of small service provider, painter, carpenter. So for them, this there was no concession in the GST law, and they had to follow the detailed GST law. And somehow government felt that it is a need of time that we need to bring some concessional rate for service industry as well, which are engaged into small businesses. So let's look at that particular scheme. First, let's have reading from the notes. What is written here? The notification, the presumptive scheme notification number 2 oblique 2019 CTR dated 7th March 2019. So it is recently introduced notification and it is proposed to be included in GST law now. Right now we are reading it from notification, but there is a proposal to include it in a section 10. So soon it will happen. This notification provides an option. This notification provides an option. This is not mandatory, just like composition scheme. It's not mandatory, it's an option to a registered person whose aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year is up to 50 lakh. So please understand the condition for composition scheme was 150 lakh for normal states and 75 lakh for 8 specified states. Likewise, here for whole India, the limit is 50 lakh in a preceding financial year. Because it is a service industry, we cannot keep turnover like 1.5 crore and all. We have to keep turnover at minimum possible rate. And section, this particular notification says the last year turnover should be up to 50 lakh and who is not eligible to pay tax under composition scheme. Obviously, if you are eligible to pay tax under composition scheme, you must pay tax under composition scheme, not under the presumptive scheme. Okay, next thing. To pay tax at the rate of 3%. Now, when we say 3% tax rate, the tax rate is actually not 3%, it is 6%. 3% CGST and 3% HGST. So, effective rate of tax is 6%. Today, on major services, we pay 18% GST. We pay 18% GST. But if you go for presumptive, you have to pay only 6% GST. Now, which one is more beneficial to the assessee? Come on, tell me. Which one is more beneficial, 6% or 18%? So, obviously, 6% is more beneficial. But what are you going to lose? You are going to lose the input tax credit benefit. That's one of the prime benefit that you have to compromise. Apart from that, you cannot issue taxable invoice or tax invoice. That means you cannot take credit, you cannot give credit. That's the second negative point that you are going to have under this presumptive scheme as well. Okay. On the first supply of goods or services up to aggregate turnover of 50 lakh made on or after 1st April in the financial year, subject to certain condition. So what do you mean by first 50 lakh? So this point also you have already studied from me. First 50 lakh means in April you did turnover of 6 lakh. Okay, you have to pay tax under presumptive scheme. Okay. Uh, in April you did turnover of 6 lakh, you paid tax under presumptive scheme. May you did turnover of 4 lakh, you paid tax under presumptive scheme. Okay. So likewise, you have to keep paying tax under presumptive scheme till the point you reach at 50 lakh. So this is the timeline for your explanation. April, you paid tax under presumptive scheme. May, you paid tax under presumptive scheme. June, you paid tax under presumptive scheme. Okay. July, you paid tax under presumptive scheme. August, you paid tax under presumptive scheme. And in September, maybe today, let's take today's date, on the 12th of September, your turnover has a touch 50 lakh. So up to 50 lakh, you can pay tax under presumptive scheme. So this is first 50 lakh of current financial year. And then after 12th September, that is 13th September onwards, you have to pay tax at normal rate. You will become normal registered person. Same thing we had discussed in composition as well. So let's look at this scheme from the study material once. Option to pay tax at concessional rate. Option to pay tax at concessional rate. So whatever rate we are going to learn, 3 plus 3 is a concessional. Why? The normal rate on services is 18%. Concessional rate. Overview of the scheme. As we have already seen that primarily the composition scheme is available in respect of goods and only one service, namely restaurant service. Further, marginal supply of service is permitted along with supply of goods or restaurant service. And the marginal rate you already know. A small quantity of service can be provided by the supplier in a composition scheme, and that is 10% of the last year's turnover or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. However, a person engaged exclusively in supply of service other than restaurant service is not eligible for composition scheme. So look at the photographs. You need to understand from their photograph. This guy is a wireman. This guy is a welder or fabricator. Okay. This lady is a beauty parlor lady. This lady is a tailor. Okay. So you should understand this kind of small service providers are there in the country, and we need to bring certain tax concessions for them as well. Okay. In order to provide benefit to such suppliers, a scheme to pay tax at concessional rate has been formulated primarily for the small service provider like salon stylist, okay, then tailor, etc., who are not otherwise eligible for composition scheme. And this scheme is contained as of now in notification number 2/2019. Very important notification for you from your examination perspective, which was launched on 7th of March 2019, and this scheme was available from 1st April 2019 onwards. This notification provides an option to registered person whose aggregate turnover in a preceding financial year is up to 50 lakh and who is not eligible to pay tax under composition scheme to pay tax at the rate of 3%. Effective rate is 6% because GST on the first supply of goods or services up to aggregate turnover of 50 lakh. Why they are using the word goods and services? Because all these people, you should understand, all these people, they utilize some amount of goods. So wireman will use some wire and services. Welder or fabricator will use some kind of material and then labor. Okay. Lady in beauty parlor will also use some kind of beauty product for providing outward service. Tailor lady will apply certain kind of thread and all other inputs that we require to stitch particular dress material. So they are going to provide certain types of goods and services. They are not exclusively 100% pure into service. They are primarily providing service, but while providing service, they also take help of certain amount of goods. The scheme is elucidated under, so they have explained the scheme as under, who are the person not eligible for composition scheme, but eligible for notification. So who all those people? So who the turnover is less than 50 lakh. Okay. A registered person. Now look at this. This guy is a plumber guy. Okay. Plumber, car mechanic, photographer. So this type of people are usually covered here. Okay. A registered person whose aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year does not exceed 50 lakh and who is exclusively engaged in supply of service other than restaurant service. So the primarily business is supply of service, not goods. Okay, condition to be fulfilled. What are the condition? The condition for availing the concessional rate of tax under notification number 2/2019 CTR are primarily same as the conditions. For availing composition scheme with few exceptions. So the conditions are mutatis mutandis. That means whatever conditions were applicable to composition scheme are applicable to presumptive scheme with certain modification. The same have been elaborated under. The supply is made by the registered person who is not engaged in making any supply which is not leviable under this act. Under composition scheme, the restriction is only on goods not leviable to tax. Here any supply. So the wordings are different. There it was a not taxable goods. Here it is any not taxable supply. That's okay. And yesterday we did one question of bar and restaurant, where a bar and restaurant was providing alcohol and food. So that person became disqualified to opt composition scheme Similar example you can take here. Not engage in making any interstate outward supply of neither goods nor service. Do you remember in composition scheme also we have learned this particular condition, but in composition scheme the condition was on interstate supply of goods. Here it is neither goods nor services. If you wanted to opt presumptive scheme, you cannot do any interstate outward supply of goods or services. Okay. Neither a casual taxable person nor a NRTP. This also we know. CTP and NRTP are the special type of taxpayers in GST law, and therefore they are not eligible to take benefit of presumptive scheme as well as composition scheme. Not engage in making any supply through e-commerce operator. Based on this also we have discussed certain provisions. So you know that, okay. Not engage in making supply of notified goods. What are those notified goods? You know that ice cream, edible ice, okay, pan masala, tobacco, and here it is the word supplier, whereas in composition scheme the word was manufacturer. The composition scheme the word was manufacturer, here the word is supplier. So ICI is putting more emphasis on particular wording, so the student also should understand this. Okay. Next, a registered person shall not collect any tax from the recipient on supply made by him, okay, nor shall be he eligible for any input tax credit. So simple, you cannot charge tax invoice and you are not going to take any input tax credit as well. The registered person shall issue bill of supply. You know this, they cannot issue tax invoice, they have to issue bill of supply. Such bill of supply will have the following words: taxable person paying tax under notification number this and not eligible to collect tax on supply. That's okay. Other significant point. Now, what are the other significant point? Where more than one registered person are having the same PAN, tax supplied by all such persons is paid at concessional rate. Same point as the composition scheme. If you are having one office in Maharashtra, one office in Goa, both of these offices will require to take composition or presumptive scheme at the same time. You cannot follow one registered office normal and another under composition. No, that is not possible. If you are going to opt a presumptive or composition scheme, you have to opt on all India basis. The next one, registered person opting to pay tax at concessional rate under this notification shall be liable to pay CGST 3%, HGST 3% on all outward supply, first supply of goods or services or both, up to an aggregate turnover of 50 lakh made on or after 1st April in any financial year, regardless of any exemption from tax available on such supply or any notification issued under 9 months. That means you are not going to take any concession of exemption and all. If you are going to make supply at the rate of, if you are going to take this scheme, you are going to pay tax at the rate of 3 plus 3, that is 6% on all outward supply made by you in the first, like till you achieve that 50 lakh rupees turnover limit. Next, tax on inward supplies on which he is liable to pay tax under 9394 are at applicable rate. So this is the same point like composition. When GTA services are taken under reverse charge basis, the tax rate is 18%. The tax rate is 18% and it has to be paid at 18%. There you cannot go for concessional rate. In computing aggregate turnover, in order to determine eligibility of registered person to pay tax under concessional rate, under this notification, value of exempt services by way of extending deposits of loan and advances, in so far the consideration represents by way of interest or discount shall not be taken into account. Yesterday also we did one question and the same provision was there in your composition scheme as well. If your profit and loss account is credited with interest, interest cannot form part of your turnover. It is your income, but interest cannot form part of your turnover, and therefore you should not consider amount of interest credited to your profit and loss account while determining your eligibility to opt a presumptive scheme or composition scheme. Where any registered person who has availed ITC opts to pay tax under the notification, he shall pay an amount by way of debit to electronic ledger or electronic cash ledger. Now these words you are not aware of. These words we are going to discuss in input tax credit chapter or before that in tax payment chapter. So whenever you have taken the stock, please understand, whenever you have taken the stock and on the stock, or I would say raw material, you have taken one raw material, and for the raw material you have taken the ITC, okay, input tax credit, and now you wish to go into presumptive scheme or composition scheme. They are simply asking you to reverse this ITC. First, reverse this ITC because you are not eligible to take ITC now. Earlier you have taken, that's okay, but current year onward you are going to come under composition scheme or presumptive scheme. Then that much amount, pay an amount, that means that much amount you should reverse under your input tax credit ledger or cash ledger, that we will discuss in the respective chapter. They are also saying these points we will discuss in those chapters. Okay, next. CGST rules as applicable to person paying tax under composition scheme shall mutandis apply to person paying tax under composition scheme. That's okay. That's okay. First, supply of the goods and service both shall, for the purpose of determining eligibility of the person to pay tax under the notification, include supply from 1st April of the financial year to the date from which he becomes liable to pay tax under the said act. Okay. But for the purpose of determining the tax payable under this notification shall not include the supply from 1st day of April of the financial year to date when he becomes liable for registration under the act. What is this? What is this explanation? Please understand. This is my financial year 1920. Okay. April you made supply of 8 lakh. May you made supply of 4 lakh. And June you made supply of 8 lakh. Okay. So till here your supply is 20 lakh. All right. Now please understand. Here you are supposed to apply for registration. You applied for registration and you applied for registration under this presumptive scheme. What are they saying? Okay. From here onwards, you are liable to pay tax. Whatever turnover you are going to make, from here onwards, you are liable to pay tax only on this supply and not on retrospective supply. Please understand. Once you get registered, once you become liable to pay tax after crossing the taxable limit, then only you should pay tax. The liability to pay tax will arise only prospectively, but for a next year, to check. Say for example, here you have made supply of 35 lakh. Okay, here you made supply of 35 lakh. So on 35 lakh at the rate of 6% you will pay tax. But for next year to check eligibility, whether you are eligible for this presumptive scheme or not, should I check only 35 lakh or 35 lakh plus 20 lakh? 20 lakh is the pre-registration turnover and 35 lakh is the post-registration turnover. So should I check whole 55 lakh or only 35 lakh? So law is giving clarification. If you have, please understand, if you have taken registration in particular year, for tax payable you should take only prospective amount, but for checking eligibility you should take amount from the 1st April onwards. So from 1st April onwards your turnover is 55 lakh, and because your turnover is more than 50 lakh, you are not going to become eligible for presumptive scheme. So this is one of the clarification given by the institute here in this paragraph. Okay, this paragraph. So here technically we are done with the chapter. Then there is a revision and then there are MCQs. So that I will take in the next round. CMA model ka question number 115. XN company being a supplier of taxable and exempted services registered under GST law in the state of Maharashtra are furnished the following information pertaining to financial year. If you are going to take the benefit of presumptive scheme, then we don't have to bifurcate what are the exempted service and what are the taxable service. Please understand, because we are going to pay concessional tax at the rate of 6% on total turnover of up to 50 lakh. Okay. Intrastate supply of outward service 22 lakh. Intrastate supply of exempt supply, that is also taxable. Interest should not form part of the turnover. Turnover during the first quarter of the current year is first quarter is 2 lakh, 8 lakh, and interest 5 lakh. Interest we should not consider. Okay, let's look at this. X and company eligible to opt composition scheme in the current financial year. The first question is whether they are eligible to go for composition scheme. So let's look at this. For the purpose of computing aggregate turnover for the person for determining his liability to pay tax under section 10 to A. So please understand this is new section with effect from 1st August. I told you, no, the presumptive scheme is going to be inserted into Act. So the new section which is applicable to presumptive scheme is section 10 to A. Okay, shall not include value of exempted supply of service provided by way of loan and provided by way of extending deposit loans advances insofar as consideration is received by way of interest. So interest you need to exclude. Second, for the purpose of determining tax payable by any person under section 10 to A on turnover shall include the value of exempt supply of service provided by way of loan advances by way of interest or discount. Okay, TK. When you are going to compute tax, that time we are not going to say this is the interest, this is the exempt supply. We are going to pay tax on the total services. In the given case, the turnover for the preceding financial year is 22 lakh and 28 lakh. So here we have not considered interest while determining eligibility. While determining eligibility, you need to understand you cannot consider interest. Ignore the interest. Okay, 22 lakh and 28 lakh. So total 50 lakh, which is or like it's not crossing 50 lakh, therefore you are eligible. Since the aggregate turnover in the financial year did not exceed 50 lakhs, X&M company may opt to pay tax under composition scheme under section 10 to A, the new section, which is a presumptive section. Earlier it was notification number, now it is under this. GST liability of X&M company, during the first quarter. So while computing GST liability, we should not bifurcate any turnover. First 50 lakh is outright taxable at the rate of 6%. Intrastate supply outward is also taxable. Exempt is also taxable. Okay, na? So what is my aggregate turnover? 10 lakh. CGST at the rate of 3% and HGST at the rate of 3%. So here we are not going to see, you can understand on exempt services also we have paid tax here. On exempt supplies also we have paid tax. So please understand here, we have paid tax on this 2 lakh as well as 8 lakh. This 2 lakh as well as 8 lakh. So this might raise any question in your mind. Why are we paying tax at that even on exempted supply? So if you go for presumptive, then you must pay tax on presumptive supply as well. There is no other choice given to the assessee. Okay. Next thing. They are talking about validity here. This we are going to learn in what you say, filing of return chapter. That's all.